Hello. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about the exact exercises that I have done and currently still do that have helped my hand open as well as start to pick things up, which I literally just started 4 months ago. So really quick, let me introduce myself. My name is Michelle. I'm the founder of both exercisefortherapy.com as the Facebook group, the Stroke Sweat Squad. I'll put links down below to both of those. I'm an 11-year stroke survivor, and I have since become a personal trainer and coach. I mean, who better to train a stroke survivor than a stroke survivor? I make videos all about exercise that improves mobility, range of motion, and strength, as well as everything related to stroke recovery. So let's get into today's video. Let's start from the very beginning. The first thing I did to start to progress with my hand was start electrical stimulation. And if you have a little movement or no movement, electrical stimulation will help you in any case. So I would seriously say that's a good starting point for basically everybody. I currently have it hooked up. These are going to be the pad placements for an opening up of the hand, a finger and wrist extension, which basically just means it's gonna open up. This is the machine I use, and it's called a Belego neuromuscular electrical stimulation machine. So you basically want an NMES, and this was $50 off Amazon. It's exactly what my OT suggested, so that's what I got. It's an awesome machine. I'll actually link to a video I did to set this up, and I'll link to the machine on Amazon in the description below. So I have it currently set up to open my hand, so I will show you that now. I'm turning it to about a 3-4, and this is the machine doing this right now. So it's bending my wrist back and it's opening up my fingers. Now I personally need to work on opening up more at this knuckle right here, so that's why it's stopping for me. But for you, it might open up more, it might open up less. I mean, we're all at different spots, right? So, but this is the setup that will do that for you. This smaller one, oh, see, it's on again. So I really can't move my hand down, but there it goes. So, this first one is a little bit more towards the elbow than where a watch would sit. That's why my watch is off. And then about 1.5 inches up the forearm on the top is going to be this pad. Now you don't have to cut this one smaller if you don't want to. It can both be the squares that it comes with the machine. I just happen to have this one smaller for a different placement because I use the same pads for all of my placements. So that will be your finger and wrist extension pad placement, and that is the best place to start. Along with eStim, I would also suggest to start wearing a brace at night. Get one if you don't have one, and start using it every single night and during the day that you're not using your affected hand. And that also brings up a good point to make, that try to incorporate your affected side, hand, arm, into everyday tasks. I know it's easier most of the time to just get it done with your unaffected side, but the more you can incorporate your affected hand into those everyday tasks, the more your brain begins to notice that there's an arm there, and it helps the neurons fire up and start to speak to the muscles that are in your arm. Now, this hard brace that I'm wearing is one that I've had for years. I've gotten the same brace 3 different times because it's great. So this one that I'm wearing is a hard brace, but I kind of rotate between this hard brace and this soft one. They seem to just work better if I start to rotate them. And so right now I'm wearing hard brace because that's the one that's working for me best, holding my hand in this functional position. Now, the next thing that I've done that has really, really helped my hand progress to open up better and pick things up is stretching in this functional position. Now, I did a video and I'll link to that where I talk about the stretching in this functional position. It is just moving this arm all around in every position and stretching all the connective tissues, tendons, and muscles out so my hand can be used in this functional position. Now, it's this position where our thumb is opposing our fingers that we want our hand to be able to get in to pick things up and begin to be useful again, right? So this functional stretching is what I started doing about 4 months ago, and it's really what has helped me begin to pick things up. So the other thing that I did about 4 months ago was begin to isometrically hold a round object. Now, I did a paper towel roll, but that was given to me by OT when I was going to occupational therapy, and it was a little bit stronger than a paper towel roll, but it was that size. You could use a hairspray bottle, a ball, like a stress ball if you have one, anything that can hold your hand where your thumb is in the opposing position, and you just hold it. An isometric hold is just where you're holding it in that position for a while. So if you are at the computer, just hold the ball. If you're watching TV, you just hold the ball, and it's going to help your hand, the muscle memory, right? It'll help you get into that position to be useful. So that was what I did to start picking things up. The last therapy exercise I wanted to share with you is one that I was given just last week. So 2 weeks ago, I got Botox injections into my forearm, and he is trying to get more use out of my wrist and thumb. So I got the Botox, and I just started going to OT last week to try to get the most I can out of these Botox injections. And I really suggest, if you're getting Botox, to talk to your neurologist about going to occupational therapy so you can get exercises that will help you get the most out of the injections. I mean, we're paying for them, they're supposed to help us. We need to know what to do next. So my OT gave me this chip clip, and I bet you have something similar in your kitchen drawer right now, so go grab it, but not until this video is over. What you're going to do, though, is put it in that spacing between your thumb and the side of your forefinger, and that is going to help create that space, stretching that thumb out so we can more easily get into that functional position of thumb opposition to pick things up. So you do this for about 1 to 3 minutes, whatever you could stand, and do this numerous times a day. I don't think there's a max number that we could possibly get to of this exercise. It is just do it throughout the day as long as you can stand. Let me just say that none of these exercises are going to help you unless you do them daily, if not multiple times a day. They will not be effective unless you do that. I mean, stroke recovery is all about repetition, repetition, repetition. So we need to get those habits, those systems, whatever you need, into place so you do your therapy every day, because that is how it is going to help you. That's how our brain begins to talk to our affected arm in this case and begin to use it again. So that is all I have for you today. I just want to say, if you found any value in this video, give it a thumbs up. I would also love it if you subscribe to the channel. So I'm going to link right here to an older video I did that is showing some more pad placements for an electrical stimulation machine. And so that is all I have for you for today. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments below and I will get back to you. And if I need to make a video about it, then I will. So I will see you in the next video, and thank you so much for joining me.